we're going to jump right into our first game. This is a game that is actually invented by one of our students. That's right, we don't only perform improv comedy, we also teach classes. Check 8improv.com or 8improv.biz for all of our information. Find us on Facebook or Instagram. So this is a game called What Happened Was. You see, the four of us all witnessed something, but as happens in life, we all remember it a little bit differently. And so one person is going to start telling the story, and we're all going to correct our memory of what happened. It just so happens they're filming cats in our neighborhood. So without further ado, let's welcome the game What Happened Was.
Yeah, you see, I walked outside the other day to go to the grocery store, and my street was blocked off completely. Apparently, they're reshooting Cats because the movie was so great that they wanted to refilm it again, but with real cats and less CGI this time. So I looked, and what did I see? I saw James Corden just rolling around in a trash barrel, and he said he was getting into character, but there actually weren't.
Actually, what happened was James Corden wasn't filming. They weren't asking him back because he was so bad in the movie. Yeah. So he's just really hungry. So he's rolling around looking for food and scraps to eat. And that's where he found a bunch of thrown out birthday cake from Walt's birthday. It turns out he didn't eat it all. So he was just rolling and rolling around and just seeing how many flies he could get on his belly. And then he was eating the flies individually because he thought that was healthy.
Yeah, he thought, so you see that was what, it looked like he was eating, but the flies were actually permeating off of his body because he hadn't showered for weeks on end, because he said in order to get into the mindset of an alley cat, you really have to get down and dirty.
What actually happened is that it's not that he didn't shower, he was doing dry shampoo and dry bath, like a cat, to get into the feeling. So he was just rolling around and like sand and stuff.
That's right. He was also doing dry July. Just not taking a shower. Yeah.
What really happened was he was actually trying to roll into picture because it was like, come on, guys, give me another shot. Give me another shot. He was like rolling around. And like, he just kept rolling. Look at me. I can be dirty like an alley cat. But they just kept moving the picture away. It was like, no.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like. But he was actually trying to do a number from Hamilton. He was like, it sounded like he was saying, give me another shot. But he was really like, I'm not throwing away my shot. And he was rolling around so much in the trash barrel that it really didn't come out very well at all. Also, he's not a very good rapper. I mean, he's got a good musical tone, but he's not a very good rapper.
Yeah, so I understand the confusion, but the whole thing, it actually was like a stoplight karaoke situation that was going on. They were doing Hamilton to promote the Hamilton on Disney Plus, so that's what was actually happening. And he thought rolling around would just like represent wartime, so he was rolling all day long.
Actually, he thought it was wartime, but it turns out it's just New York City and fireworks are going off so constantly, it feels like we're at war. Because if you just sit there through any night, the last 3 weeks, it feels like we're in Sarajevo or some sort of terrible battle.
Oh, what really happened was they're reshooting now the whole movie of Les Mis, New York, but they put it all in New York, and it's James Corden. It's all British actors filming Les Mis in New York.
Actually, it's not Les Mis, it's Lower East Side Mis.
Oh, right.
We're just trying to really make it local for ourselves.
Yeah, and we heard that in order to save money on the lights and special effects, that's what they were using the fireworks for, so that they didn't need to actually bring those hot heat lamps. It's very hot in the summer, so it's just much more cost efficient and energy saving for them to fire off fireworks constantly into the sky to light up shots. That's why you hear them at all hours of the day, A lot of people don't know that.
What really happened was, the reason they're doing all night long, they want the actors to really look tired, so they're not letting anybody sleep, and it's more like a method acting technique for the actors. So they keep going, like just when you're about to go sleep. Oh, it's like a form of torture, but method acting, you can justify it. And
it's also a new method called method audience too, where they make the audience really tired.
Right.
That way, everyone like really feels the pain and situation of the scenario. So the actors are tired, the crew's tired. And everybody who could potentially be a customer for the movie is also tired. So they're just like, I got nothing else to watch.
Yeah. Well, I say what really happened was because every time Russell Crowe was going to sing, they had to wake you up because
Russell Crowe has never sung. He just makes some sort of weird guttural noise. I assume he's just expelling gas.
So I know this is very confusing, but it's actually not a guttural noise at all. He's actually holding a chicken in his costume, and he hits it every time. when a high note needs to come out, and that's what you're listening to. But it's
Evan, it sounds like a chicken, but it's really Alan Tudyk doing the voice of the chicken from Moana. So the whole time it's just actual character actor Alan Tudyk. I know you kids don't know who he is, but Google it, look it up someday. You'll realize he does a voice in like every Disney movie. So he was just there because they weren't sure if it was a Disney production or not, but they might as well have had them on the set for Russell Crowe to keep punching him in the head to make the noise.
Well, what really happened was nobody really knows is that's like basically the entire career of a voice actor. You make all these great noises into the microphone, and then the big stars just use it as a punching bag for a spare time. Because that's what the voiceovers don't always pay the bills.
Ain't that the truth?
Actually, voiceovers completely pay the bills. A lot of New York actors, especially Broadway actors, make their living doing voiceover. You just don't know their name. Isn't that crazy? Our industry is fun.
Taxi!
Oh! Check out voiceover, friends. It's the only industry still alive.